And we are back for another Wednesday night. We are running late. Thank you everyone for joining us. Looks like they're already counting down the timer. We're going to get us set to join in on this here in just a second, Lug. We're running late, but how you doing tonight, bro?
I am doing fine, thank you. And yourself?
Doing awesome, man. I'm doing freaking awesome. As looks like we are getting we got the join, so let's we
We
are
did?
already going racing.
I didn't get one. Well, I got the invite, but
Okay, yeah, make sure. Yeah, make sure it gets you the invite. So make sure that you got an invite. I
we are
get
racing somewhere. Where are we? We are in
We
Indianapolis.
are at Indianapolis tonight. The FTR A League. The big boys come out to play on Wednesday night tonight. Time to get this rolling. Let's go racing at Indy, the big track.
Excuse me.
Not the Roval, not to be confused with the Roval.
And we have no lineup to go off of, so we just know there's some cars going on the track, and they're going to be going around and turning left. But we don't know who yet.
Well,
Looks
definitely
like we
one.
got about 10 or 12, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 or 13 cars, I guess. By the looks of it. We got a Billy, we got an Eagles. Let's go scrolling. We got Mike RPM, DK Brown, Reckless Racer, Micah. We got J-Well, Heavy Duty, Hollywood, who? I don't know him yet.
Yeah, but so
He
we're
must be a
running.
newbie.
We are
Typical.
running so late that I don't even know
Mac
the
attack.
starting order here.
We don't have one that's not posted.
It looks like kind of a small field tonight. Oh,
We
look
have
at this.
12 drivers.
Look at this. J-Wow in the 51, but look at that paint scheme. Now he's running the Clashing paint scheme on
Who's
his
Hollywood?
51. Was that Hollywood? Is 73
Is he a new
Hollywood?
driver? No.
No. Hollywood's
No?
been
Okay.
in A League. I think he may just missed a couple of races here and there.
Okay.
But no, Hollywood, yeah, he's rolling good. Good to see Hollywood always.
Trey, who's your pick? You only get one because it's a small field. That's it. That's all.
We just get the one pick tonight.
Oh, Lynch, you're driving.
Man, why did we do? Why can only do
Yep. No. One pick. It's got to be somebody different too.
It's got to be somebody different.
Yep. No J-Well or nothing like that.
No, I can't. J Wells off. All right, then I'm
No
going.
J-Well's in there.
Okay, what you said that?
I'm going typical.
Okay, well, if you have to
I'm
do
going
somebody
typical.
different, then I'm going with Mike RPM.
I was just about to say I'm going with him, but yeah, I'll go. All right. It
You
looks
go
like
with
we're about to go
you're going with
somewhere.
the pole sitter. You're going with the pole sitter, Mike, or the pole sitter who is
Typical.
typical in that number 4 car. And I'm going with the outside pole sitter of Mike RPM since we can't have the same picks as last week. I like that.
And my channel is up if anybody's interested.
Yep. And we are going green here at Indianapolis. The FTR A-League boys are going racing.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Good, nice green start. Up to the field here.
Kind of going.
You on the leaders?
Yep, I'm up at the front, just getting ready to go through. It's typical.
Oh, we got the Mac attack around, and we got the 8 around.
And Mac Attack and Micah in the 8, Mac Attack in the 17.
We are under caution by lap 2 or 3.
That's going to definitely save Micah. He's got heavy damage to that number 8 machine.
Oh, who'd you pick? Oh, yeah, that's him.
Yep. So we've got our first caution of the night. And
Fire truck, is that you in my YouTube channel? See somebody in there. Probably me.
See, told you got fans.
Yeah, it's me watching
You got fans.
Was it me watching it? I don't know. No, I'm watching Heavy Duties, actually. I'm with Heavy Duty.
Yep. I got to give a shout out for JWoww. Thank you, JWoww, for putting up your stream so I can see the running order. And he's going to start out front here, so he looks like he chose not to pit,
Whoa,
and he's going to start up front.
Slow start.
Or maybe miss a shift. As JWoww starting on in the front, he's going to jump out to the lead. Typical gives him the bottom. JWoww's going to take it. And again, I believe, Lug, tonight, again, we are on the low draft. Are we on low draft?
Yes.
Okay, so we are...
I know that will be their way for the rest of the season.
The rest of the season, okay. So the low draft still in effect here.
You got JWoww and Typical going door to door pretty heavy here.
They are going side by side, and Typical's keeping pace with him on that outside line. Mike RPM's right behind him.
They want to stay away from that wall, though.
Going in the outside, but with the low draft, not going to get much help. So he dives down to the inside. The whole line goes with him.
Yep.
Trying to get under
Got
Typical.
Billy with him, but Billy's a little bit of smacking.
He's able to, so JWoww is able to clear Typical, and Mike RPM, of course, is soon to follow.
Get back up in the front here.
Yep, Typical still stuck on that outside. Mike RPM right there on the inside. Mike RPM not able to make that pass. Mike RPM, our points leader, coming in, and he's been running away a little bit here with the points. And Billy in that number 1, right behind him. Billy, you know, is trying to definitely get a W, but Billy hasn't had a W since Kansas.
Yeah, let's say it's been a little while since Billy's had something.
Yeah.
Wonder if he's doing more watching of the group and everything than actually racing anymore, just to seeing how things are. And
let's run through the field here a little bit. DK Brown in that number 18. He's in the 18.
Okay, I told you couldn't pick JWoww, but can I pick JWoww?
No, you picked Typical. You got on Typical. So Micah in the 8's got that 8 car fixed back up. JWoww in the 51. Heavy Duty in that 19 car.
And Mr. Fire Truck, I do see you on there. Hello, Mr. Fire Truck.
when the 8 got out of shape, and that lost the position to Reckless, gets it right back. Reckless in the 24 has got a bad lag. And check this out, Clash, and look at this paint scheme that JWoww is running, as Typical. And Typical now gets underneath for position with a little bit of help from Mike RPM, as JWoww sporting that rowdy number 51 that we normally see on the 53 of Clashing. But he's sporting that rowdy. And they're going to get rowdy. They're going to go 3 wide. They're going to get a little rowdy here, Lug. Look at Mike RPM make that shot. Mike RPM making that move.
If you want me to follow somebody around there, Fire Truck, just let me know and we'll get on board and take a few laps around with them.
Oh, Billy got out of whack there. Not sure what brought that about, but Billy definitely got a little bit out of whack. As Hollywood was able to get around Billy. Billy's going to look underneath. Billy's going right back for him.
Who's in the green car? Hollywood has got, who looks like Reckless Racers in the pits already.
Yeah, he was having some lag issues.
Oh, okay.
He was having a bad lag issue, connection issue, so it looks like he's probably taking it to the garage. Much respect.
Well, just like last week where we had 5 or 6 of them out early.
Well, I tell you what, a big mover, one of the early movers that I see here is in this 9 car, and that's Eagles, man. The Eagles is already up to 4th and knocking on the door.
That hasn't made a lot of noise yet this year.
No, and here comes J-Wow back underneath of Mike RPM.
Not typical wants to go.
As we're riding with Eagles here, Eagles, he's got a fast car here, man. I'm riding with Eagles, and he's got a hot rod here tonight. Look out for this 9 car. As now Eagles follows a train underneath of Mike RPM, trying to get whatever draft that he can off a typical. Is going to go into turn 1 underneath of the 44. Mike going to give him the room. Ooh, Eagles gets way loose. Loose.
Mike RPM up on the wall a little
Mike
bit too.
RPM up in the wall. Eagles has that car set real loose.
Yeah, I feel that might bite him though.
And he got, and DK
right
Brown.
With the eaglet.
DK Brown already coming down pit road. As he's got a lot of damage to the front end of that number 18 Toyota. And he's coming down pit road.
Well, Eagles got a good shot off there.
And Eagles now looking to get under J-Wow, or ooh, Typical got out of whack. Typical got way loose off of turn 4. Eagles going to take the position, so Eagles going to move up to second now. J-Wow with the lead. Eagles in second.
DK Brown's coming out.
Yeah, DK looked like he was kind of pitting early.
Where'd my view go? Oh shit, on view. There we go.
Look at how J-Wow, he comes down to the bottom of the, he breaks that draft. I mean, it is low draft, but there is.
What's my heavy duty doing here?
He's consistent. He's cruising. I talked to Heavy Duty this week, man, and I tell you what, when he was brought up to the booth, we were able to bring him up to the booth not long ago. He got a taste of something for that.
Yeah,
and he said that he is dead set.
Whoa, we got somebody upside down. Yeah, big turn.
That's Hollywood. Hollywood, big damage in Hollywood in the 73.
Right behind Billy.
And he's got a lot of damage to that 73 car. And he can't even hold it straight, man.
Yeah, he's still going around.
He's in big trouble. Big trouble. Now Hollywood's just trying to hold it, and it happened right there on the front stretch. So he's going to have to go all the way around before he can find the pits to get some repairs done and make some kind of adjustments to that car, as we see some...
Lynch is down here on the front straightaway. He's not moving.
Not Lynch?
He's stuck right against the wall.
Lynch? I just got Lynch in the pits.
Yeah, I think he must have glitched out because he's against front straightaway right now.
No, he's coming out.
Now.
He's coming out of the pits now.
Huh.
Looks like he was just making an early pit stop.
Well, mine, anybody on my channel can see that he was stuck right to the wall, the outside of the pit wall.
Then that's definitely interesting, as it's definitely some
right
kind
now.
Of
like he's still coming in. He's on the backstretch right now in my frame.
Well, it's just we got 10 to go now, and Eagles and J-Wow. I was about to say clashing because you got that rowdy car, but J-Wow and the Eagles got the Eagles has taken over the lead here. And J-Wow hot on his tail with Mike RPM, Typical, and Billy.
If anybody out there knows what happened to Lynch, let us know. Maybe nothing, but I have him doing all sorts of funny things. But I've also got 4 things open on my computer, so that may did something to my...
That could very well have been it. That you have a lot.
Yeah, I got 4 YouTube channels open right now, so it could be showing something different.
Yeah, that could have an influence. As we're seeing J-Wow trying to make a move to get under Eagles here for the lead. As
that bump up the Eagles with a win.
These guys going to have to make some pit stops here, man.
Go for what, 3rd or something? You got 2nd or 3rd a couple of weeks? Yeah, 2nd.
Yeah, he got 2nd a couple weeks ago. And he's got a fast car here, man. He's really, really fast. And he's looking to get that win tonight. That's for sure.
Heavy duty pitting right now.
Yeah, you're going to see everybody coming down pit road. Guys signaling on the backstretch now as they're starting to come to the end of their fuel run here.
Okay, well, we're right on head behind them.
Look for the leaders to come into the pits.
I'm on J-Wall and Eagles now.
Yep. And here comes
Eagles. Ooh,
and J-Well stayed out.
Wonder if Eagles took away his line there, but I didn't see him get down. So.
I don't think so. J-Well's the only one that stayed out.
Poor Hollywood. There's not 1 inch of that car that's not crinkled.
And he said to take it all the way around. He's just trying to get to. I mean, he might just be trying to get to the end of the stage, as we've only got only a few laps to go.
No, Eagles coming out now.
Yep, J-Well's on the backstretch.
Well, Eagles just going in now. Yeah, Eagles in the pit now. Mike RPM in the pit.
Yep. So right now, has J-Well's leaders. Eagles is currently being scored second right now. As they're now coming up on Billy, who's already made his pit stop, I believe. And here comes J-Well now. J-Well better slow that better down. And he comes into the pits now. So J-Well's into the pits.
Wish Heavy Duty would take his thing off so I could see what lap they're on. He got his pit thing up.
Yep. And here comes all the other leaders. They're coming out of the pits. And that's a long way around, as these guys got to go all the way to the backstretch. And typical.
Yeah, we doing the backstretch, or let's see where Mag Attack comes out here.
And they got to come all the way around to the backstretch. And here comes Billy flying underneath the RPM and typical as they try to get up to speed here. And J-Wow is now in his pits. Eagles now coming around on the front stretch. J-Wow in the pits with a 15.8.
Yeah, fire truck, you would have seen what I seen on the screen. He said that, yeah, he saw Lynch against the wall.
So J-Wow is now coming out of the pits. And Micah in the 8 car is being scored the leader. Check that out. Micah's actually the leader. J-Wow is in second.
I'm on Heavy Duties. Got Mike and Fifth. Unless I'm way behind on Heavy Duties, but
yeah, possibly, because I have as Micah is our leader.
Huh.
And typical second, Billy third, Mike RPM fourth. And they are coming fast and furious on that number 8 car.
Sorry, fire truck, I'm switching around.
Micah must have pulled a short pit and a 2 tire or something, but Micah is first. Look at this.
5 to go.
Come on, Micah. Rooting for that 8 car. Come on, Micah. Here they come. That line is coming. Micah does out of the way as the other guys, they're going to have fresh tires. So here comes Typical. Typical now going to take the lead away from the 8 car. Billy in second, Mike RPM in third, as those 3 guys are hooked up. Micah now going to give ground to J-Wow. And J-Wow comes up underneath of him on the front stretch here. Along with Eagles. Eagles right on J-Wow's tail.
Stage points, stage points, stage points.
So Micah is going to drop back to 6 on that. But that's going to lead us to Typical as your leader. Billy in second and Mike RPM third. With J-Wow fourth, Eagles fifth. Billy now looking for the lead. Billy wants this stage win. Billy in the 1 car. He goes in with the help of Mike RPM, and he's going to take that lead over. Billy now in the lead, but only for a second as he slides up. Mike RPM now looking. Billy tries to come down, throws the block. Here they come. And Billy gets to the line. Billy led that lap. Comes down, throws the block in front of Mike RPM. Mike now in second. 3 laps to go in stage 1. We're only in stage 1, Lug, and these guys.
Yes, we are. Oh, Billy in the wall.
Billy up in the wall a little bit. 3 wide. J-Well, Mike RPM, typical, all getting in on this.
That took just enough steam out of him. Look at that, first to the fourth, very quickly.
Here comes Eagles. Eagles got something to say about all this mess.
We want to end up under records or checkers here.
It's impossible. Okay, here comes now J-Wow underneath the Mike RPM. J-Wow wants that lead back. As they go side by side, J-Wow breaks that draft so good, man. Look at him, how he breaks that draft.
He has, if any.
And that's, if he gets up to the booth, I'm going to have to ask him about that, if that's pure strategy, because you see him break that draft, and then he just takes off in that 51 car, man. So here goes down the backstretch. He breaks the draft. I mean, even though there is low draft, the draft still has a little bit of an effect.
You gotta be read up on them, but...
Yeah, as now we see Typical make the pass for second. Eagles...
Chance of being thrown around by it also.
Eagles makes the pass for third, as J-Well is now starting to check out a little bit here.
My downfall on this track is turn 1.
Oh, that's everybody. That's just about everybody. Turn 1 and turn 4.
I got the rest of them pretty good. This turn 1 is full. Eagles in the wall a bit.
Oh, we got 1 lap to go. This is the last lap of stage 1. Ooh, and Typical around. Typical big wreck. Typical goes around, takes out Billy and Mike RPM.
Yep.
Oh man.
Somebody just ran in the back.
And and Micah got into him, and that's going to bring out the caution.
That should bring it to the stage end.
And yeah, that will bring us to the stage end as J-Well gets the stage.
Like heavy duty 7th on that one.
Yep, Billy did get second. Mike RPM 3rd, Eagles 4, Typical 5th, Micah 6th, Heavy Duty 7th, Mac Attack 8th, Lynch 9th, DK Brown in 10th. So that came out.
Hollywood 11th and Reckless Racer 12th.
That came out at a particular time as Typical. He came off a turn 2, man, and that car just went sideways. And I think Billy said it, and then he did it. You know, the whole S word, you say it before you do it.
All right, who we got? J-Well.
Yep, J-Well going to bring us to green. Eagles in second. Micah there on third. Come on, Micah. Get up in there, man. Micah in third. Heavy Duty in fourth. Come on, guys. Let's see them boys flex some muscle. Get up in there. Look at that A car up in third now. Come on, Micah.
Giving her. Looks like we got a McLovin watching.
We just started stage 2. J-Wow out front. Eagles in second. Micah now holding his own in third. As Mike RPM and DK Brown get underneath of Heavy Duty.
Whoa, look at that pack. Elder, Billy, and everybody else.
Yeah, there's a big pack here. Wow. Look at this mess. Lynch in the 3 car. He's in there. Typical. Mac Attack.
Typical.
Billy.
Typical. Just dropped right to the back.
Hollywood's back up in there. Hollywood's got his damage fixed.
Billy wants that front row back again.
Yeah, Billy can almost taste it, man.
The Eagles on J-Well again.
Mac Attack making his way up through there now. And Lynch. Here's Lynch. Look at Lynch in that 3 car. Sticking right there with Mac Attack. Mac Attack now currently in 5th. Lynch in 6th. As they're trying to get back up there, as you see, there's the interval. As you see Mike RPM now making the move under Micah.
I haven't seen one race where heavy duty gets left alone. He's always door to door to somebody. Somebody's in front of him, somebody's behind him.
And we've got door to door for the lead as Eagles now looking underneath of JWoww. Trying for this lead. JWoww gives him plenty of space.
I was going to say there might be a little rub there.
They go into turn 3. Eagles kind of drifts up a little bit. Gives plenty of room. And JWoww gets
trying
that.
To go by one of the best on the track right now.
Yep. And JWoww was able to get that momentum coming off of turn 4, man. As we are in stage 2.
I'd like to get some help from those boys.
Yeah, whatever help that they can.
Just even sitting down talking to some of these guys helps a lot too, just by talking to them.
I tell you what, they better be talking about how they're going to catch this 51 car, because JWoww, he is hooked up, man. And he's starting to pull away from Eagles a little.
Nah, I have a feeling Eagles heated up his tires a little bit.
Looked like it, man. I mean, Eagles was really, really pushing it to try to get around JWoww to get that lead.
Eagles likes his car right on the edge.
But look at JWoww, man. JWoww, he just got that car hooked up, and he's just starting to pull away.
He does it each and every week.
He's just starting to pull away now, slowly but surely, on that 9 car of Eagles.
Oh, let's ride around with
Hey, we're missing a couple of guys, really important guys. I mean, we're missing Clashing tonight. It's your bro Chase.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah, man, I was really looking forward to seeing Clashing and It's Your Bro Chase. We're missing Slade.
Didn't he leave one of the chats or something? Or
I have no idea. I don't have any of the chats, so I'm not sure. Back here in the field, as Hollywood now makes the move to go under DK Brown. And we've got a big mess here.
I was just riding with Lynch there a minute ago. He's in a hornet's nest with Micah.
Yep, and I'm riding with Mac Attack.
It's in the wall there. Mac Attack's in the wall a bit.
As he's got Billy underneath of him and Typical.
Mac,
So
he's starting to
Billy
know the names, not the numbers.
and riding with Lynch.
Yeah, where's he going?
Yeah, I think he just got that loose coming off of 2. And Lynch having a good run, man. Look at him. He's up in the 4th. Lynch having a great run so far, man.
I don't know if I broadcast. Yeah, I think I broadcast my race the other night. I hit that glitch the other night, and it scared the living shit right out of me. I screamed so loud I probably scared everybody in the chat. It just scared me, caught me off guard. I crashed. People crashed into me. I was just riding along, singing a song. Next thing I know, I'm in the air in the wall.
Oh, man.
I asked everybody what that was, and they said, you hit that glitch.
That happened with me last week at New Hampshire. I hit, there was a glitch coming off of turn 4. And I was the same thing, man. I'm just in there cruising along, and all of a sudden, kabam!
I was just starting to get in the rhythm, and I just lost. I didn't know. Everybody kept saying, watch for the glitch, and some people were hitting it, no problem, but I just totally caught me off guard. I screamed at the top of my lungs.
Well, how can you watch out for something you can't see, though?
I mean, you know, it's in turn 4, but turn 4 is a long way, and
yeah, it's a wide turn.
After I crashed, I didn't even know where I crashed. I had to ask him where I crashed. He said, well, I'm coming near the 4 or somewhere, around 4 or back stretch or somewhere. I hit something, and away it went.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I was a couple laps down early, but I got him back.
I was the same, man. When I hit the glitch in New Hampshire, that pretty much did it for my race. I took that sucker to the garage after that one.
Sunday night wasn't for points. It was to save the points that you made the week before. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It was a get-along gentleman race is what it was.
Oh, okay.
And we got along very well.
All right, that's... you gotta have that, man. And these guys are getting along right now as they're just kind of spread out now. JWoww way out in front. As got my #1 fan, Macy. Good evening, Macy. Good to see you. Always glad to have you watch the race and tune in. We're missing some heavy guys, though. We're missing Clashin. Clashin's not in the field tonight. Chase isn't in the field tonight. Slade's not in the field tonight. Now let's take a look at our leaderboard, or our leaderboard on laps to go. As JWow's running first, Eagles in second, Mike RPM third, Billy in fourth, and Typical has moved up to fifth. As this time by, we have, drum roll please, 14 laps to go in stage 2.
In stage 2.
Yeah.
And you want to know something, Shady?
What?
Do you want to know what time it is?
Is that time?
It is that time.
It's that time.
It is time to crank it up.
Well, we gotta crank that sucker up.
Yeah, that's always fun. I don't care what you say. That's always fun.
Always love that part. Yeah, it's moving back into the field a little bit. And DK Brown and Lynch have fallen back a little bit. Everybody is trying to catch this 51 car. It's that routed car, either Clashin or JWoww. No matter one way or another.
I think I need that 51's phone number.
I just need that. The 51, the 53. You know, all the J's. The other JCO are missing Titans too.
Yep.
Titans not in the field tonight.
Well, summertime's are coming, and people got things to do, and you see it with every league during the summer. You always miss a few.
Well, yeah, I guess.
It's a commitment every week.
We haven't even got to Memorial Day yet, so
no,
I can't even call it summer. I can't call it summer until we get to Memorial Day.
I'm in shorts always with summer.
There goes that lighter again, making me wish I had a cigarette of my own. As we're now having,
we got some guys pitting.
We have all the leaders pitting. Everybody except Typical.
DK Brown's out, yep. Micah's still out.
Micah stayed out. Typical stayed out. Hollywood went in a lap early. Hollywood's just now coming out of the pits.
I wonder if JWoww takes bribes.
If JWoww takes what?
Bribes.
Bribes?
Yeah.
Hey, man, you know, money, sometimes money can buy anything, you know.
Yeah, but my Canadian dollar, it's the shit right now.
Well, it's, you know, it's...
Our gas prices are starting to look like yours now.
No, there's no way anybody's gas prices can look like ours. And here comes
we
Typical.
were like $1 something, now we're over $2.
Oh.
No, I want to see where...
Dude, we are up to like $5 in some spots.
Yeah, see, they are coming around the back. See, I have a hard time coming around. Ooh, I better learn that real quick.
Yeah, see,
I've been coming out on the other one.
They got to come all the way around on the backstretch, as you see Lynch just did. Lynch and Mike
that's not
RPM.
happening.
Yep, they got to come
not
all the
safely
way around.
anyways.
They got to come all the way around. As DK now in the pits, Micah.
Ooh. Mike upside.
Yeah, Mike.
I love when they hit each other in the pits.
Kind of funny how they do in the pits, huh? All right, so let's follow Typical. Typical is coming out of the pits. We're gonna sit on Typical, and this is how they got to get out of the pits. As you see, J-Well just went around Eagles.
Heavy Duty's fighting with somebody coming out of the pits.
Yep, so they got to stay on the short chute.
Mm-hmm.
They got to stay on the short chute there, and
Heavy Duty,
come back
the
on the
18
end.
just wiped out.
And now
well, see, Heavy Duty, yeah, see, some are and some aren't.
Well, so they all have to. They have to. As,
yeah.
I mean, we just rode around with Typical, and comes all the way around on the backstretch.
Yeah, I just rode around with somebody. I won't point out names, but.
Well, sometimes it happens, you know.
Yep. Not my job.
Nope. Anyway, back on the track. J-Well back is your leader as it cycled around. J-Well your leader. Eagles in second. Billy in third. We've got 9 laps to go. And Micah got a speeding penalty on that one.
Uh-oh. Micah. I got one of those the other night.
Oh, man.
I got a 15-6 pit stop the other night, though. Then I go ahead and dummy the next one, so it really didn't. Hope I did.
Well, they got plenty of time still. I mean, if you're going to get a penalty, you know, you're only in stage 2, so you got plenty of time to get that back.
I do most of my screw-ups in stage 1, so I usually have time to fix them.
That's when I try to make all my screw-ups in stage 1, but, you know.
Well, it's last
sometimes.
2 or 3 weeks, so I'm not in trouble by lap 15. I'm not having a good race.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, this week I'm at Martinsville with Hammer Down, and been practicing that paperclip, and that's fun to get around, rolling around that paperclip like that. I like that.
It's different. I used to like Richmond until this game came out.
Yeah. Well, I tell you who likes Indianapolis, and that's this guy J-Wow.
Oh, Lynch is all his car's not looking so well.
What
his
happened
car
with
looks
Lynch?
like his stock. I don't know. His car looks like his regular stock car after a Saturday night. No, missed that.
Well, see, he's got a little bit of damage, but he's good.
Yeah, look at his hood.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit. I mean, a lot of guys have.
Yeah, Billy's hood's
have some damage. You got Billy, who's got some damage. You got
let's do some hood
damage.
views here. See who's got damage.
Yep, as we have now, I've only about.
The Eagles don't have any. DK Brown's got some.
We've only got about 6 laps to go until we get to the end of the stage.
J-Well just done.
And Billy's got a lot of damage to that hood.
Yeah.
Billy's got a lot of damage.
Yeah, everybody is separated by like nobody's really doing anything with anybody.
No, they're just kind of riding.
Attacking the grass.
They're just kind of cruising. Oh, look who woke up. My little buddy woke up.
Your little buddy woke up.
My little buddy broke up.
Mine's in the house, sound asleep. Till about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Happy coming up in my lap and checking out the race. He likes the cars going around.
Yeah, so was mine, but I had to stop him. It was funny at first till they got up there every Sunday night with me. Yeah, everybody's just kind of all by themselves.
Yeah, he on when I'm racing, he gets, because he's so little. He's only about 8 or 9, not maybe 9 weeks old now. He's got those little teeth, and he gets them into my. He goes after my feet when I'm, in the throttle or in the brake. I'm sitting there trying to, he's trying to ride and press the pedals, and he's sitting there.
We don't have one person racing with anybody.
Nope, we don't. We're kind of on that, that little bit of a.
Yeah, that little null in the.
Yeah.
In the States. Everybody behave themselves.
Yeah, it's the stage 2, so guys,
Low
you're just
draft. Oh, Eagles in the wall all by lonesome.
kind of cruising. And Eagles, he was just cruising in second.
I have a, like something when it gets into stuff like this when I'm racing, I lose. I forget where I am sometimes. I just kind of like I'll smack the wall and be like, oh yeah, I'm racing here.
Yeah, yep, and that can definitely come into play. I mean, especially on this a big track like
Yeah,
Indianapolis.
tunnel
You know,
vision.
it's a 2 mile track, so exactly like you said, man. You're just kind of cruising
What
down the
track is the
straightaway.
candy cane track with
Uh,
the red and white?
on the walls.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. I can't race that track.
I believe that's Richmond,
It's
or is
Richmond.
that Darlington? Darlington.
I keep thinking Darlington.
Hmm.
Somebody knows it. They'll let us know the track with all the candy cane stripes on the wall.
I think it's Darlington or possibly Richmond. I haven't been to Richmond in quite a long while, but I was at
I know we
Darlington.
raced it, and it just I couldn't do the candy cane.
They distract you too much.
Oh yeah, just with my glaucoma and stuff, I couldn't see shit after about 20 laps.
Well,
We
here
need a
we are.
caution. We need something.
Yeah, we need something to happen a little bit, but I think we're gonna be headed towards the end of the
Yeah,
stage
a couple
here,
more
as
laps.
we only got a couple more laps. Guys are
Oh, it looks like typical's coming up on Billy. Oh, I gotta stay with this. There could be
okay.
action here.
There we go. This is a battle. This is a battle,
We got
possibly.
somebody on somebody.
This is for third.
Oh,
So we got a battle for third.
Billy's back up in second? No way. No, yeah, third. Okay, third and fourth, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. Two more? What did you say? Two more? One more? Who am I writing with? Heavy duty.
Yeah, we got a couple more.
Heavy duty's in ninth place. Mike Taylor in 10th. Mac Attack 11th.
As we got one
DK
more.
Brown 7th.
We'll have the one lap to go after on the next time by.
Billy kind of lost a little bit on typical.
And Typical is able to get around Billy pretty easily. Billy didn't put up much of a fight.
No, he may just want to stick where he is right now. And
Yeah. Well, he's got quite a bit of damage, so the handling on it I know is.
I try
Yeah.
to wait till every like yellow flag pit stop to fix damage and stuff. Or ride
Well,
15 laps of damage, not to fix it under a green flag.
they're gonna have some time to fix it here as we are coming to the end of stage 2, and JWoww is about to wrap that up and put a bow on it. Look at him, man. He's all by his lonesome self. There's the interval. Look at that.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
That's quite an interval. And there's JWoww as he crosses the stripe
The stage 1 and 2.
and grabs stage 1. Eagles in second. Typical in third. Billy fourth. Mike RPM in fifth as your top 5 of stage 2.
Huh.
Well, now we go into stage 3.
Lynch must have been in the top 5 on that, I think.
And as we are in a commercial break real quick, I'm going to go run to the fridge, grab me a fresh beverage. I'm going to be right back.
Hello, people. I'm all by myself. God only knows what's going to happen. See who fixes the damage and who doesn't.
And I am back. Did you entertain the folks?
I did.
You did? Good.
Yeah, all the viewers left, but they might come back now.
Well, did you stand on your head, you know, whistle, play
If
melody
I
or
stood
two?
on my head, Shady, you'd be hearing a lot of crying.
Well, it would be entertaining for our viewers.
Well, yeah. I am getting a PlayStation camera, so.
Oh, there you go. Well, back in the
Liven up our broadcast a little bit.
Well, J-Well is lighting it up here on the track as he's jumped out to the lead. And Typical now has moved into second. Eagles in third. Well, now are we going to see something happen here? As now we're in the third stage, and I think these guys know that if they let J-Wow get away, it's ball game.
I don't think there's a matter of letting them. They just, whatever they're doing, it just don't seem to be good enough. Like they've had 3 cars behind them, and he pulls away. They've had 4 or 5 cars. They've had 1 car behind him. Just nobody can seem to. Somebody hangs with them for about 5 or 6 laps.
Well, look at this. Typical now looking for the lead. Here we go. Now we got a little bit of battle racing here. Typical makes the pass for the lead.
Ooh, J-Well on the wall that little
Eagles
scrape.
is going to take second.
Yeah, just a little bit of wall scrape. Boom, J-Well on the wall again.
I don't think J-Well appreciated that too much.
Well, he didn't. The Eagles didn't touch him.
No. I think he just didn't appreciate losing the lead.
I wouldn't know what having the lead. I've had the lead a couple times last race, but I'm the only one that didn't pit. So.
Well, here comes Typical and Eagles now. Eagles on the outside of Typical. And here comes J-Well. J-Well going to make it 3 wide going into turn 3.
Oh,
here we go. It's going to get dicey. Eagles out of Eagles.
Eagles into Typical a little bit. Typical into J-Well just a tad, but.
Well, something had to give.
Green, Billy into Typical.
Something had to give on that.
It's a good racing right there. Oh, somebody's up on the wall back there. And it's letting J-Well just goodbye.
And Typical now in second, trying to reel in J-Wow as it took a few laps, and after a few laps, J-Wow's car comes to life.
Yeah, that's when like, somebody hangs with him for like 4 or 5 laps, and
yeah, and Typical is right there on him, trying to hang with him. So
you got Lynch with Lynch. Lynch is 3, 4, 5, 6. Lynch riding 8. Yeah, Lynch is 8. Hollywood 9th. Heavy Duty 10th. Mike Edwards 12th or 11th. And Reckless Racing 12th.
Well, I tell you what, Billy is riding 3rd with Eagles in 4th. And Mike RPM in 5th, and those guys better not get side by side, or the front 2 will check out for the race. And those you can see they're right now they're just staying single file to try to get back up to them. Those 2 leaders who are also single file.
Yeah, but Eagles ain't one to stay behind anybody. Neither is Mike.
Right, but he also knows that if he doesn't, then he's not going to have any chance for a win because J-Well and...
Problem is, as soon as you go at the pass, you break it, and if you don't make the pass and get back in, you're done. The Eagles looking, but I think he knows if he goes down there alone, he's not going to make it alone. Well, who the hell am I?
Well, right now, J-Well is your leader. Typical in 2nd, Billy 3rd, Eagles 4th, and Mike RPM running 5th. That is your top 5.
Typical by J-Well again.
Yeah. And
Getting typical. Typical hasn't won this season,
Typical's showing some good muscle here, man. Typical's having a good race.
Don't jinx him. That's my guy.
There's no such thing as a commentator's curse. There's no such thing as there's no longer any such thing as a commentator's curse, because Clashin single-handedly destroyed that. So Clashin single-handedly.
I think I picked him that week, didn't he?
Oh, I picked him a couple times, and he smashed it out of the park. So commentator's curse. What commentator's curse?
Oh, we got Mac Attack.
Except for the fact that my pick, because I couldn't pick Jay Well because I picked him last week, and my pick is Mike RPM, and
he's still in there. Kind of.
Oh, well, yeah, he's still right there in fifth. And meanwhile, your pick is leading the race.
Well,
so there you go, and that's not commentators. That whole
hasn't won yet.
Ooh, the 9-car banging in the wall. The 9-car of Eagles smacked it, coming out of 2, and Mike RPM going to go right around to take the spot, as Eagles lost a lot of momentum.
Now let's see if Helmut slows him down.
I mean, Eagles has a fast car. He really does. He's got that sucker so loose that I don't know how he holds on to it. But that time he wasn't able to, and he smacked the wall coming out of 2. And Mike RPM took advantage of that. As we now see, Billy has finally inched up and caught these leaders of J-Wow and Typical. I keep saying Clashing because of that white rowdy, and J-Wow's 51, Clashing is 53. So the cars are identical except for the number. One number out of 2, by the way. Anyway.
Billy in the wall.
That's just a little bit. He kissed it for good luck, as I like to say.
Every time I do that, I end up going pyong.
You and me both, my friend.
Well, I'll get better at holding it there. I got stuck on one the other day. It would not let go.
And J-Well took that lead back from Typical.
Yes, he did. Oh.
And Billy's looking for...
Billy and Typical in the wall.
They slapped that wall hard.
Yep.
Big time.
I was on both of them for that.
And Mike RPM going to be, once again, be the...
beneficiary of that
beneficiary of that.
Hey, that's a big word for luggy.
It is. You took the word. You took the word I was searching for, and I couldn't think of it as I was saying a sentence. And that just shows a team that you and I have. I mean, we pick up right what each other is saying.
Typical's got a quick rub on that wall.
Same with Eagles and Billy. If Eagles stopped kissing the wall, he would be probably better than third. Right now he is in third.
Billy's going to get up there on Eagles.
Mike is second.
Who's got the more damage?
We got plenty.
Billy's going to get there.
There's still quite a bit of time left too.
Oh yeah.
Still quite a bit of time. Let's see. We're gonna have some green flag pit stops here.
63 out of 80 right now, so we don't have a whole bunch of time.
I'm 17.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have our first round of green flag stops coming up.
Who can they nail this time coming into the pits? Let me know when you see people pitting.
I always, sometimes it seems like on my car.
Micah pitting.
Micah coming in. Micah's trying to, that strategy that he tried a little earlier. And having that short pit a lap too early. Hopefully he didn't pit too early, as the leaders are not signaling yet, so they're going to stay out. I think they've probably got, looking on J-Well's stream, they still got about 2 laps of fuel.
So quick here, fire truck. I'm just trying to see who's pitting.
And Micah said he just got lag spiked.
Huh. Billy in.
What is lag spiked?
Not just like lag, it docks your head back and forth and it'll throw you out of the room sometimes.
Really?
This spike, it's just like lag.
And that can happen.
The car will go ahead and come back a couple times.
I've never had that happen. But we've had a lead change just happen, as Mike RPM, now the leader. Eagles is second. J-Well has moved back to third. And now Eagles underneath, and Eagles is going to take the lead now from Mike.
Somebody smoking in the back stretch. Who's that?
As here comes the leaders now, all three. They are beating and banging coming into the pit road.
Heavy duty's in.
I don't know if anybody got some. We're going to have to keep an eye on those three. I don't know if anybody got a penalty on that, as they were coming in hot, heavy, and banging. J-Well, Mike, and Eagles, all three of them. They were coming in hot.
Billy's out.
Heavy duty's in. Hollywood's out.
In.
Typical out.
And J-Well out. J-Well and Mike RPM in.
J-Well.
Crashing together.
J-Well had a good stop, 15.5.
He just passed Mike.
If he just got out in front of Mike. Wow, that was close. Those guys got out exactly with each other. And Eagles right there, and Billy also. So
everybody's out clean.
Yep. So now it's going to get interesting, Lug. It's going to get interesting because
everybody's nobody's got anybody again except for what?
Well, they get 13 laps of fuel. If we have 12, 13 laps, and this time by, we've got 14 laps to go. So they're going to be too short. They're going to be 2 laps short here. So what do you do? So as of right now, actually, Hollywood is being scored our leader. Hollywood in the 73.
I'll be pitting now while my tires are still good.
Now our leader Hollywood is known for strategy. I can tell you that right now. Hollywood is known for strategy. And he knows exactly how many pit stops are needed, how many laps you have. So he's got something up his sleeve. He's being recorded. He's our leader, but the field is catching him quick, and I mean quick. They're catching him. They're catching him basically about a second a lap.
We got 12 to go.
We got 12 to go. Okay.
Yeah.
And here comes Hollywood now. Hollywood's coming into the pits now. So there's Hollywood in the pits. So he hadn't pitted.
Yeah.
So Hollywood's that's gonna be interesting. Hollywood may have picked this right, and Micah. Micah's now just coming out of the pits. Watch this, Lug. You're gonna have to watch this.
That's what I mean. The last when I was doing my go around there, I thought I saw the 8 going in, but I wasn't sure. I was trying to get back to
Yep,
him.
as Micah is just now coming out of the pits,
Yep.
and
Getting past by J-Well right
yep,
now.
Jay Wells just is past him to put him a lap down. But Micah and Hollywood can go to the end,
Yeah.
where these other guys are not going to be able to. Unless they have some kind of a fuel gear, which is not allowed in FTR.
No.
So how do you make this work?
Yeah, I don't. Well, I was riding with heavy duty for a while there, and his fuel light was on, so he had to pit. So they had nothing left in the tank.
Well, they only got 9 laps of fuel left in their tank, and there's 11 laps to go, so there's no way they can make it. I mean, they can't even. There's no way they can even manufacture it in a draft. So this is going to get downright interesting. Look.
I'm going to ride with J-Well and see what he does here.
I'm riding with Jay Well, and I'm gonna ride with Mike, as Mike is in second, with Eagles right on his back bumper, as those two guys, I'm sure, are trying to get back up there. But they all pitted together. Jay Well, Mike, and Eagles all pitted at the same time. Billy, I think, pitted maybe a lap earlier. So there's no way that these guys are going to be able to make it to the end here. So we're going to see how this comes out. We're going to see how this comes out.
That's why I don't play that pit game. Eagles trying to make the move.
Yeah, here comes Eagles looking under to make that move now. Mike is going to let him go. So, you know, it's part of the league here at FTR, Lug. And here comes Typical. Typical's now coming down pit road now, right now as well.
Yep,
so here comes Typical.
Just down pit road.
So now does he just take a...
Mac Attack's coming out.
Yeah, Mac Attack's coming out, so he'll be enough. So this is going to get downright interesting on how this is going to play out. As J-Well, Eagles, and Mike, they can't make it.
I'm riding with J-Well now, see if he's going to win soon. Or he shouldn't be able to make it.
Are you on heavy stream?
Yeah.
How many laps left of fuel does he have?
He's got his leaderboard up right now, so I can't tell. Oh, he had up. He's got 7 laps left.
Okay, so he's not going to make it either.
No.
Oh wow. Because we've got 8 laps to go.
6 laps left now.
And we've got 8 laps to go.
Yeah, so he won't make it either.
No. Now, all these guys now are trying to save fuel, as Jay Wells got a 2.2 second lead over Mike.
Heavy Duty's in, where is he? He's in 7th. That's how far back he is.
Right now, our leaderboard is Jay Well in 1st, Mike RPM 2nd, Billy in 3rd, Eagles 4th. DK Brown has moved up to 5th.
We got 7 to go.
But fuel is going to play all the part in this. And that it's in the play, I mean, with... So, give me your thoughts, Lug. Give me your thoughts on this with the fuel thing. Here in FTR, you know, there's a mandatory number of pit stops per stage to take out fuel saving. Now...
We've only seen, what, 1 pit?
Yeah, well, it's going to be...
There's always...
You got it. Well, how many... I don't know how many... What number of pits you have in the second, or actually in this 3rd stage.
Yeah.
Being in stage 3, I think you're just going to have to be 12.
He's got 5 laps left.
Mm-hmm.
And we got, what, 7 laps of racing left?
So
it's going to be like a lap short.
Yeah,
if they may, I don't know how they're going to make it.
Most of these guys are going to be a lap short because they have to pit twice.
Are you on Billy at all? I'm on J-Well.
I've been riding with J-Well here. Let's kind of take a cruise through the field. Let's take a look at some of these guys. Hollywood out there. That's going to be interesting because he's got enough. Typical. He's got enough. I know he can make it. Mac Attack as well.
All right, Lynch is in.
Lynch is in now. Here comes Lynch. Making his pit stop now.
Heavy Duty's got 4 to go, and he just passed the start-finish line with 5 laps to go.
Billy's out there, and Billy's going to have to pit, I believe, as well.
If they don't, I want to know what the hell setup they're using.
What fuel gear they're using would be the question.
And usually,
but I mean,
like gear is a fuel saving, and Heavy Duty's in the third.
Well, like I was saying, Lug. I mean, it's a it's 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. If you have, we got something interesting going on here, Lug. We got a caution.
Yep.
We got a caution. I don't know what brought it out, but that's just going to change this game.
Yep.
That just changed everything.
Yep. A lot of those leaders just pitted. Well, J-Wall didn't go in, so that should
Lynch was coming out. Lynch was just coming out. He's a lap down, so he'll get the lucky dog and have 8 cars on the lead lap. J-Wow in first. Mike RPM second. Billy third. Eagles fourth. DK Brown fifth. Heavy Duty sixth. Hollywood in seventh. Those are the lead lap cars. Lynch is in eighth. He'll get the lucky dog. So we'll have those 8 cars on the lead lap. Mac Attack ninth.
4 to go. It should be like 3 to 4 to go, probably.
Okay, so now take fuel out of it. Now it's wide open for everybody. So here comes J-Wow and Mike. Gonna bring us to green and have a drag race to turn 1. J-Wow gets the jump. Billy moves up to second in front of Mike.
Gotta go, Billy.
And here comes Billy now looking on the outside of J-Well, but that's just J-Well breaking that draft. J-Well's dominated this race, man. He really dominated this race.
Fire truck, you still there?
Well, let's see what happens here as they cross the stripe. Let's see, this time by, after that caution, that we have 1 lap. This is the final lap. 1 lap to go, Lug.
Wow.
White flag is out. 1 lap to go. J-Wow first. Billy second. Mike third.
Going?
Eagles.
In the grass? Oh,
Eagles
yeah,
in the grass. Heavy Duty. Heavy Duty and DK, they are typical in the wall. Big wreck in the back. Big wreck, typical around. DK Brown goes around. Big wrecks going on. Hollywood got involved.
Eagles is still crashing.
Eagles is crashing with Lynch. And meanwhile, J-Wow comes home the winner with Billy second and Mike RPM third.
Eagles got 5th out of it, though.
So we had all hell break loose in this last lap. As our final running order is J-Wow in first, Billy second, Mike RPM third, Heavy Duty fourth, Eagles in fifth, DK Brown sixth, Lynch in seventh, Hollywood gets 8th, Mac Attack 9th.
Typical 10th.
Typical comes home 10th. So that means Micah got 11th and Reckless Racer comes home in 12th.
Well,
all I can say is, wow.
I'm running to the little boys' room.
You go for it, my friend, and see if we get these guys up here in the booth. All right, there's JWoww and Billy. And now all we need is Mike, as we had ourselves one heck of a finish here. Turned out to be quite interesting. And there's Mike now. All right, so we have our top three, and we're gonna start with Mike. Mike, congratulations on fighting back and getting third, man. Congratulations on getting that top three, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
And so give us your rundown on the race, man. Tell us how you were able to get this top three, man. It looked like it was tough going out there for you, bro. And by the way, because we had a rule on our picks, I couldn't make the same pick twice. So so I picked Well last week. So you were my pick this week. So you followed me up and got me third. So congratulations on that. But how did give us your rundown on the race and how it went for you?
I was just one of those races you had to grind out. Quickly kind of found out I didn't really have the paces in the top two or three. So just did what I could. Got used up a couple times, so had to dish it back, used guys back up too. But it was interesting. I don't know what would have happened there if we wouldn't have had a caution. I don't know if people had to pit or what the situation was. So I think maybe that caution helped us out there at the end. But
Do you know what brought that caution out?
I have no idea. I know it wasn't any of the front. Well, at least me or I guess.
Yeah, we went looking for it, but we couldn't find it. And yeah, everybody had to pit. Like all the leaders would have had to come down pit road. Everybody.
I wasn't sure how that was going to work out there at the end, so it's kind of nice to have the caution. And
They had about 2 laps left by the looks of it. Some of the ones I was riding with had about 2 laps to go. That was it.
Well, it was
Nice
either way. I mean, it was still a good points lead. You know, good points night for you, getting the top three and getting some stage points, and you know, coming out. I mean, kind of going through getting in the last home stretch, if you will, part of the schedule here, man. You've been running good lead with this points, man, and you know, I mean, is that something that you focus in on each week coming into the race? You know, with this points lead.
well, I want to be up front and I mean, guys are just having a lot faster cars than me the last couple of weeks, so the main focus is probably just to get faster because right now I feel like I have like a third or fourth place car most weeks. So just got to get quicker and contend for wins to make it through the playoffs and win the championship.
Congratulations on fighting back and getting that top three tonight, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate what you guys do, as always.
Awesome, always, man. We had
Good
just had
run,
fun
man.
doing it. Have a good night, man. We will definitely see you next week, and hopefully we'll be bringing you up to the booth plenty of times before the season's over, my friend.
Hey, go run, Mike.
Yep. And here we go. Now, Billy, our second place runner-up. Good to have you back in the booth, man. It's been too long, man. What's going on?
Yeah, it's been a little bit, man. Just hadn't quite hit. You know, I've made a lot of mistakes on. You know, I made some mistakes on pit road, and just kind of cost myself. You know, I had a good car last week, but just kind of cost myself, cost another driver too that had a shot at the win. But it's good to be back up here, man. I needed.
You
I
looked
didn't.
hungry.
I didn't expect it here. Um, you know, I had to keep just adjusting on the car, man. It was a lot looser than what I anticipated and what I had practiced. So I had to just keep tightening it up, and I finally hit it there right at the beginning of stage 3, and was able to just, you know, hang on.
And you would have had to pit it there with that if that caution wouldn't come out, correct?
Yeah, I would have had to pit.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody was a couple laps short by the look of it.
Now, do you know what brought out the caution there at the end?
I don't. I have no idea what the caution was, to be honest.
Yeah, it was towards the back. We couldn't find it by the time it came around. The race was over, so we couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's
I
one
had
of
no
those NASCAR mysterious cautions. You know, hot dog wrapper or something flew out on the track and wasn't quite sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, you had a really good one car tonight, man. We saw that you had some speed, and like Lug said, man, we saw you were really hungry tonight, man. Really, really
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah, I didn't quite have the short run speed. I just built it more for tried to build it more for long run. It seemed like I was getting, I was a lot faster than some guys on the longer run. I was able to catch them. But yeah, I mean, I just, that's kind of how I build my cars anyway, and
It
just
looked
I was
like
able to be there at
people.
the end.
It looked like people could hang with J-Well for about 5 or 6 laps, and you just seemed to pull away every stage.
Yeah, Jay White, he had a rocket tonight, man. I think he led. I don't know how many. He probably led probably 90% of the laps. So I mean, he had the car to beat tonight for sure.
Congratulations on getting a second place finish tonight, man. I know I definitely needed those points tonight, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a good points night tonight, man. I'll take that and lead into Kentucky next week.
Well, we'll definitely look forward to seeing you guys in Kentucky and seeing you out there in the one car, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you back up here next week in Kentucky.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate what you guys do, man. Appreciate it a lot.
No worries,
Awesome,
man.
man.
Good
Well,
race tonight.
Thank you.
congratulations, man. Go celebrate. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to take us to our winner, and that is JCR JWoww. JWoww, what's going on, man?
Other much just celebrating over here.
I bet,
Again,
man. I
Yep.
bet. How many wins is this for you so far this season?
This is my first official win besides the All-Star race, so it should be two counting.
Oh, that's right, because you got most of the wins in hindsight. And see, now you got me screwed up here, JWoww, because I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the card, to put up on the screen, as I put the cards on the screen for, who's talking. But notice that you were in that 51 route. It wasn't the 51. It was the 53. Or what the heck were you doing there with that car?
Oh, I drove the 51 tonight, the
Was
rowdy car, because Clashin was out for tonight, and I've always joked around with him. I literally have everything on the car except that 51. It's like everything setup wise, I got it, but that 51 just a little more aerodynamic, faster. I don't know how. Ever since that Vegas race, he beat me by like 5 thousandths of a second. But tonight was it was a rocket tonight. I'm pretty sure it was with that 51 on the side of it.
yeah,
I
just you had company with you like for about every 5 laps or so after the stages, and you just took off by yourself.
It was mostly from the drafts because once you're within about 5, 4 tenths, then they're just gonna sniff your draft and stay along, play tag alongside with you. So you just have to go down to the apron, try not to. If you have that momentum coming down the front stretch, back stretch,
Yeah.
just try to give away from that 5 tenths lead, and it'll eventually separate them, and that's when the car starts coming in.
Well, it was an awesome race to watch and an awesome race to broadcast. Congratulations.
Thank
and
you so much.
I was gonna ask on that because I kept noticing you, coming off the corners that you were always bringing the car down to the almost all the way to the apron. You tell me, just a kind of a learning type of thing. What was that breaking the draft? Is that what you were doing, kind of breaking that draft and keeping them off you, or what was the method behind the madness on that?
Yeah, I mean, almost every track I try to do that because even though it's on low draft, this is still very sensitive to once you're behind somebody within 5 tenths. I, Once you get past that gap, it's all up to talent at that point and or car setup too. And once that's why I always try to get separated to that 5 tenths, and I was off and going. That's every time I would try to go to the bottom because if they get that draft, they're going to get that momentum. Probably, I don't know. I didn't have nobody dive bomb me, but it's a possibility there. So I just try to take it out of the equation.
Okay, because I saw that, and every time that you did that, you could see how you were able to get just a little bit more breathing room on those guys. Whenever you were doing that. a couple of times now with your car. I mean, like you're saying, man. I mean, it was an absolute freaking rocket. I mean, you dominated this race. Dominated. I mean, straight up dominated. Did you have to make any adjustments on the car, or was that thing just hooked up from beginning to end?
Only time I made adjustments, I believe on that first run in stage one, I had it, it felt a little too loose, so I just went one click up on the wedge, and it was pretty much it. At the end of stages, I think we had a short run, about 6 laps, so I put low fuel and I aired up the tire pressures, went down on the wedge, but I went back to default after that, once that stage was ended. And that last restart, I went up on the air pressures again, down on the wedge, so I could just push as much as I could and not worry about tightness or anything, and I could just fly on through the corners.
Oh man, you were definitely flying, man. You were definitely flying. You got that win, man. Congratulations on getting that win, and hands down to you, man. It was enjoyable to watch.
Thank you.
Definitely, man, definitely, and another fun race, man. We saw quite a bit of good racing, a lot of racing there in that first stage before the guy got strung out there, Lug.
Yeah, it was a good race. Like, yeah, the second stages always seem to have that little null in them, but third stages always come back to life a little bit.
We'll find out what happens in Kentucky. Kentucky can be kind of a racy track. So almost kind of like it has that Kansas feel. We saw what happened in Kansas,
Yes,
so
we did.
we will see what happens next week in Kentucky with these FTR A League boys next Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Same body people.
And we will definitely see everybody next week as we will take this show to Kentucky and see what happens there if we don't get carried away by a tornado or something like that out there in that Midwest.
Words. Alrighty, sir. You have yourself a good night.
You do the same, and good night, everybody. Have a wonderful night. JWoww, your winner. Billy comes home second. Mike RPM third. Your top three tonight at Indianapolis. We will see everybody next week at Kentucky.
Lug that out.